Hello, all you drama enthusiasts. Welcome to the meeting. This is Angie's Drama Room, and I am your meeting host, Angie. If you do not know what is Angie's Drama Room, I do drama reviews or I do my insight or input, what I think about any Asian inspired dramas that have been recently aired or previously aired, or what I think about it.
每隔一段时间就会进入一次循环，而这一天会反反复复的重复，直到循环结束。
So let's talk about Mobius because I'm putting them together is just because they're under the same genre. So let's talk about Mobius first. Mobius is classifying as a thriller, mystery, sci-fi, supernatural drama. Okay, it was only 16 episodes and it starred Beijing Ting. We know he did another similar drama, which was Reset, and that's with Zhao Jumei. And I loved Reset. I thought it was a very good, well directed, well written show. So I was very anticipating Mobius. And so with Mobius, however, it's just a slightly little different. Okay, so it was still within a time looping. However, with this one, they time looped. It was more than just one person time looping. So with Beijing Teen's character, what happened was he fell into some. I know what he did, but I'm not trying to give you too much spoilers on it. But he fell into the time loop, and what happened is, so he was able to time loop back 5 times. After the 5th time, whatever happens, it goes forward. Okay, so he had basically, he had 5 chances to combat any type looping thing that happened. He was a college student, and there was some funny parts how they set it up. It was actually kind of cute how he realized what he was doing and things. He just doesn't know when the time loop will begin. So it was multiple times and days this was happening, not necessarily just one day and he was time looping it back in one day. No, it was happening on multiple occasions. And so with him, and so it was kind of cute how they set it up. So he ended up he was in college. He had the time loop. He lost his thesis in the middle of writing his thesis. He lost his thesis. And what ended up happening was he decided to become a cop because he felt like he can help more as a cop than he would in just going around just looping and collecting money, because he did do the lottery thing. The main case involved a genetic scientist, which was Director Mo or Dr. Mo, however you want to put it. And he developed a technology called RAN technology. And this technology was the one that actually activated the time looping. So his professor at the hospital, so he wanted to use a woman that Dr. Mo fell in love with, but he didn't want her to take it, but she was terminally ill. But the woman did sign off on it. So the professor used the technology on her, and he was furious about it. She ended up succumbing to the side effects of this technology. And so he was very furious. He was very mad that this happened. Director Mo, who was, of course, the scientist here, he basically built this genetics lab, just so that way he can save the woman that he loved. He's a narcissist. He didn't care about nobody else. There was his one mind, one goal, was to save this woman that he loved. So what ended up happening was, this is where our Beijing team comes in as the cop to help guard Director Mo, because they thought he would be the third victim. The cops received a video, and it was called Mr. Squid. It was a squid. So they were trying to figure out who could be Mr. Squid. And so as time was playing out, a time loop evolved. It happened. Okay, so this would be the first time loop. Now he has to figure out how to stop this from assassination against Dr. Mo. And so, who find out who is Mr. Squid. So now this is when he found out that there is perception. So there's somebody else also who is involved within the time loop. Now, after the third or the fourth loop, now during this time, it kind of slows down a little bit because now they're actually trying to tell the story about Director Mo and about the clinic and about the people around him. So it did kind of, the pacing did slow down a bit. So they had to get that out. Okay, again, it's only 16 episodes, so we had to get this story out. In Reset, it was kind of quick. They kind of went through a lot, and it went to each part pretty fast. But with this one, they brought in a lot of different characters. They had a lot of different detective work going on, trying to figure out who is who may be involved. So the pacing kind of did get a little slow, especially if you got to read subtitles. And then what ended up happening was he ended up finding out who Mr. Squid was, and also finding out who murdered or killed the other two directors. Okay, now you kind of know who did it, right? We kind of know who did it. However, we needed to find out how he did it in order to arrest him. So that's kind of how it did. So again, by the fifth loop, they were able to figure it all out. The story was actually pretty good. The time looping that was involved was actually pretty good. The stunt coordination was good. His acting was very excellent. The female lead in here, Janice Mann, she was very good too. I'm not quite sure too familiar with else things she's been in, but however, she was actually good. She played a good scientist. Sometimes we get where they put in these idol actresses and throw some glasses on them and call them a scientist. No, that's not how it works. And she actually fit the part of being a scientist. Her being the actress for this role was actually fitting. Um, it was very, again, in the stunts in the beginning was very high paced, but again, when they start telling the story, it was kind of falling short. But I do recommend watching this if you like the time looping sci-fi dramas. It actually was very good, and it was directed and written very well, and it did bring us back into the point of the whole story. I think there were some little holes in it, plot holes in it, but however, if you just go through it, it was actually pretty decent. But anyway, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching.